All right, so this is my music that I fed into Suno AI. And this is what Suno AI spit back at me.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you freeze when I play that game. Look closer, don't blow.
In this video, I'm going to show you how I use Suno AI as a professional producer. So let's go. Let's just jump into it. Now, if you want to see the entire process of how you import your music into Suno, I have a video that I made 2 weeks ago, and it should be up here somewhere. After Suno did the vocals and everything, pro mixer, pro producer, this is how it goes down. Let's go. Okay, so on the master bus, we need to drop a compressor on the master bus. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then we go to Avid, and then we'll choose the Pro compressor. All right, so let's run the kick through it. Okay. Okay, so it's loud, but it's booming. So let's compress a little bit. There you go. So probably run about there. And then let's do the makeup gain. Actually. Okay. And the makeup gain. Let's check the signal going out. Okay, it's nice. It's just run about 15 decibels ish. That's actually really good. Let's make it up a little bit more. Let's try this. Nice. Let me take the compressor off. Let's go back in. I like that. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is marry the bass to the kick. Because this song is actually a bass-driven song because of the melody. You'll hear it in a minute. So I'm going to bring the bass up. All right, so let me show you what I did to the kick. Sorry, let me show you what I did to the bass. Okay. That's without. So I added a compression to it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take this compression off. Okay, I'm gonna take this compression off. So let's remove that. In fact, let me mute it for now. So I bypass it. So let's go to the saturation. That's important, very important. You hear the difference. So this is without the saturation because I wanted to drive it like that. But this was just too smooth. I needed the frequency to separate the bass and the kick. So watch. Okay, so I'm gonna go to 0 here on the drive, right here. So it's a 0, and we're gonna go past roughly 3 o'clock. All right, so watch. And then we're gonna drive it down. Now that cuts through. Now let's marry it to the kick. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create a bus for both of them and then compress both of them together to create that nice mesh. All right, so next thing we're going to do here is create a new track. It'll be stereo, and it will be an aux input. And then we hit create right here. And then it's been created. Let's change the color. All right, so now we're going to send the output of number one, channel one, of the kick, right, to a new bus, which is 3 and 4. And then we'll do the same thing for the bass, 3 and 4. And then we'll prep this to receive that signal. And then we'll go to 3 and 4 right here, and we choose it. So if I play it, nothing's happening. But if I unmute it, watch. So now they're coming out of the same channel. And then we'll go ahead and add a compressor to that channel. And we'll go to Avid. And we go to Pro Compressor. Good. So now we can watch. Let me remove the threshold first, and then we'll come back in. I think that works. There's no need to make up the gain. It's fine. But I want to add the mix, the compression signal to both of them. So we're going to change the dry mix ratio here. All right, give me a moment because I have to reference them through the big speakers, make sure it's nice and tight. Now, for the vocals, I already mixed the vocals. So I didn't really mix anything per se. I just kind of leveled them down. So we're going to slide the vocals up and see where they sit. And then we mute them, and then we'll come back and add some instrumentation. All right, so let's pull that down here.
Saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you freeze when I play that game. Look close, I don't bluff. Say the word if it's too much, but girl, you came to play. I wanna call out your name.
Let's go to the snare, and then we'll move on. It's a clap, I'm sorry. It's a clap. All right, here. I'm using all proprietary plugins from Pro Tools, meaning they come with Pro Tools. So once you get these files, just upload it onto your into your DAW Pro Tools, and it will just trigger off right off the bat. A boosted mid-range is roughly 1.1K. Okay, and then I added the reverb to it. Hear it? All right. Let's play it all together. For the kick, we can still shape it up later, but for now, I like the bounce. So far, so good. And then we're going to go to the next one, which is this section right here. Now that already had a reverb on it, so there's nothing for us to do on that track, except EQ it to match. That's it. Again, basic EQ. Watch. That's it. Who's the one there? Pow, pow, pow. That's it. Right? So if I take it out, mute. Now, in production, that's called layering. You layer a sound or processed sound or any kind of sound on top of another one. It could be to augment it or just to create some kind of ambiance, which is what I'm doing here. But that only happens in the hook, all right? It doesn't happen in the verses. Just add one more layer of, I guess, one more element, I would say. All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna add the hi-hat now, which is the hi-hat coming up. I'm gonna slide it up. Okay, and then we're gonna add the cymbal. When it goes bish, 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 you hear it. Okay, I like that. And if you notice, for the hi-hat, I just have the basic EQ, but a little bit de-EQ'd. It was too sharp, so I pulled back the treble. Pulled up the, I swept the mid-range by almost 1.2K by 2 decibels. And then for this cymbal, there's nothing on it. And then we're going to use the EQ, FX. So the FX is pulled all the way left, all right? Well, you see here, watch. All right, so it's got 2 elements in it. You got and then you got the bsh. All right, so we're saving it as we go. And then the next instrumentation, now look at this. There's no EQ or anything, no effects at all, right? And it's coming out of its own channel. And then we have the, I call it the rut. And that's sent over to the right to balance out the bsh, and this is to balance it out. And all I've done here is just add EQ to it, a little bit bottom end, a lot of mid-range, and I've detuned the, well, I call it de-EQ, and I can unmute it and bring it in. You hear it? Okay, and then the next one will be the open hi-hat, which is right there. So let's see what it sounds like right there. I think we should put that kind of like this way, like it's that way, but halfway through. And we have a sliver of it on the right-hand side. It will be more effective, I think. So let's do that. Let's pull that over to 0. Let's see. I kind of like it. Like, let's push it up a little bit. He goes, yeah, baby. Okay. All right, that's it for the drum section. He was gonna be peaking here somewhere, so let's look at let's fix that. Okay, so we have to put a limiter on here. So let's see what's going on here. Later. All right, so no more distortion, so we're good. All right, let's go back to the actual mix itself, and then we'll do the guitar. So I have two guitars, one's hard left, one's panned hard right. All right, so let's go. Actually, before we do that, let's reference the vocals again. Okay, let's push it up. Excuse me a second. Let's go back to the top. Oh, there you go.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you freeze when I play that game. Look close, I don't bluff. Say the word if it's too much, but girl.
Yeah, it's rolling. It's rolling. All right, let's do that again. Again, because you got to reference just what you're doing. All right. Now, when you get these files, I want you to practice. Save, of course, save the original file, and then you go ahead and delete every plugin that I put in here, and then you do your own remix, right? And that way you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, like learning how to use your plugins. So if I can use the stock plugins, that means that you don't ever have to spend 1 cent on anyone else's plugins unless you master this. Master this, and you'll be a superstar producer. Why? Because you understand the basics. You know exactly what you're doing. Let's get back into it. Okay, that's nice. Now let's push up the second half of it, which is the guitar on the right. Okay, let's bring the vocals back in.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you free.
The one on the left is too high, so let's bring that down. And bring that down a little bit as well. So one more time.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you freeze when I play that game. Look.
Let's pull the vocals down a little bit. Let's try one more time.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got.
Let's pull up the snare or the clap. Just a little bit.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name.
Give me a moment. I need to reference my speakers.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile.
Hey! Oh, that's funky. Come on now. The next instrument is another guitar, but that sits in the middle. Right? It balances both other guitars. So we're going to kill these two guitars for a minute just so we can hear it. It comes out of this right here, aux. All right? I think we should put some kind of EQ on it. So let's do that now. It sounds kind of dull. So we go to Avid, and then we'll go to the Avid. We go to this EQ. Oh, sorry. That's a compressor. Duh. Sorry about that. Okay, here you go. All right. So let's EQ it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. It gives it a nice guitar sound, like wow, 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 wow. By the way, all these tracks are by a courtesy of Cymatics. All right, okay. I like that. Now there's a chord here I'm not using, but let me play it for you. Let's go over here and let me pull that up for you. So here. Too noisy. It's taking up too much spectrum. So that's why I muted it. You can use it if you want, but I wouldn't. All right, the next one is this one. Okay, and then there's one more instrument, which is my strings. So I played this just to add a little bit of flavor to it. And then here we go. All right, give me a moment. Let me reference my speakers one more time. Yeah, so loud. Let's pull the vocals in.
Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you freeze when I play that game. Look close, I don't bluff. Say the word if it's too much, but girl, you came to play. I wanna call out your name.
So let's go check out the vocals. Now remember, this is an old track that I did way back in October. Maybe even September of last year, and it sat on my hard drive, right? It just sat there doing nothing, gathering dust, and this is how you want to level up, because all I did was write the lyrics, and I actually used ChatGPT to complete that vocal sequence, right? And when I uploaded the song to Suno AI, it was only 1 minute 38 seconds. So what happened was, when I put the lyrics in there, Suno AI stopped. And I was like, no! But I had more lyrics. So I had to go back into Suno AI to extend it. So then I just copied all those vocal sections that Suno did, and I pulled them up. I pulled them into Pro Tools, and this is what you have. So you have the first section of it. Oh, okay, well, they're grouped. All right, let me ungroup it. Hang on. Okay, so this is the entire first verse. There's a little bit more here, but I removed that. It's because it was just noise. Again, you have the vocal, so you can do whatever you want. But yeah, so that's original, and that's the original ending of it. And this is the backing vocals, or these are the backing vocals. Of course, I changed the volume on some of them. You can see here. So there's no magic here except the actual mix. So the music is mine. Once you purchase the video, it's yours. You can use it however you want forever. Doesn't matter. When the website is done, I'll let you guys know. So now you can play with pro sound and pro mixes. All right, so let's take it from the top for a minute. Let's take it from the top. All right, here we go.
Yeah. One question. True or dare? Roll banging off your frame. I saying things you won't name. Smile like you got no shame, but you freeze when I play that game. Look close, I don't bluff.
All right, and then you have
Just say it. Yeah. Dare you to speak that thought. Dare you to
right. So you got that, and then you have the second verse that starts here.
True.
Harmonies are bananas. The harmonies here are crazy. Woo-hoo! One more time. Hey! Crazy, right? All right. And that's the end of the video because that's it. That's the entire mix. So if you want to hear the entire mix, I'm going to release it later. But this is how I use Suno AI to level up even my own created music that I did right here in the studio. But again, it's hard to, I do so many songs, so many instrumentals. There's no way on earth that I have enough time to record vocals to all of them. No way. But Suno allows me to do that because I can write lyrics within 20 minutes, edit it, clean it up, put it into Suno. Suno gives me as many versions as I want, and I go and cherry pick the parts of those versions that I need, that I like, and then put it all together, and voila, done. Next. All right, well, thank you for hanging out with me today. And since you're here, if you like what you saw today, then go ahead and subscribe and share this everywhere. Like it, share it. All right, thank you, and peace. Let me vocal you out.
So what's it gonna be? Truth.
And we're out.